You're listening to the Not So Black and White Real Estate Podcast with your hosts, Sir Colin Campbell and Gary A. McGowan.
Good day. It's your host, Sir Colin Campbell, here with Gary A. McGowan, and you're tuned into the Not So Black and White Real Estate Podcast. I was just super excited to have our guest and announce our guest.
Yeah, you are.
We're at Family Reunion on base right now in Anaheim, and we have the command guru of Canada sitting down with us right now. So I'm just excited to get going on this conversation.
Oh, thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, Ryan Turnbull. So, there's a lot we need to unpack in just what Colin just said. So, Command Guru, hey, what the heck is that for those that don't know?
All right. Well, Command, I call it the operating system for Keller Williams. It's more than a CRM, which a lot of people call it. It has a CRM inside of it, and truly, it's the future of real estate. It comes with a complimentary app for you and for your clients.
Nice.
Love it. So give us a little, 60-second bio of Ryan. How do we get, who are you? How did you get into this seat?
That's funny. So I have a long history in advertising, and I've always been a tech specialist. A friend of mine hooked me up with a job in property management, and she moved on. And a couple years later, she gave me a call. She was working for this company called Keller Williams, and a new tech position had just opened up, and she thought I'd be perfect for it. So Mr. McLean was the TL at the time. I went through a long series of interviews and was ecstatic to be hired and to join the team, and I haven't looked back since.
Yeah, awesome.
So right now I represent the Van Central Market Center, but I work remotely out of Hamilton.
Okay. So what are you helping that team in Vancouver with?
All things tech, not necessarily limited to Command. I'm happy to help out across the board. I'm the Market Center Tech Trainer, I'm an Assistant TL, and I'm also a Labs Advisor. So I work closely with KWRI and the product specialist to look over the stuff that they're going to release before they release it, to help test out the bugs and iron out the details.
Okay.
Beautiful. So the tech-enabled agent, that's kind of the era that we're in. Mm-hmm. It's a fancy phrase. What does that really mean?
In my personal opinion, it means a business that's going to give you back time while you simultaneously strengthen your relationships with your clients. Because if you're not tech-enabled, if you're doing the same thing that you used to do before technology took over, you're going to stand still. With technology, you're going to be able to move forward. I want every agent to use Command at the highest level so that they get back an hour a day. What do you do with that hour of time? Completely up to you.
Yeah.
More lead gen, more nurturing your database, go play golf, spend time with the family, have a nap under your desk, whatever you want to do. I call it freedom. And then the other side is the relationships, leveraging the technology to not give your clients fluff, give them value to strengthen and build that relationship, so that long-term lead who's looking to buy or sell 2 or 3 or 4 years down the road doesn't say, hey honey, who do you know that's a realtor? Instead they say, hey, let's call Gary.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
So now we're at a Keller Williams conference, obviously one of the largest real estate conference there is. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the conversation we've been having over the last couple of days, they are around Command. Mm-hmm. So, and there's also new initiatives that are being launched, new things that are coming out. What are you most excited for?
Oh, that's a great question. What am I most excited for? A lot of updates. Honestly, I'm most excited for the 3 platforms, both apps and Command, to sync and unify to help streamline the process, again, to those 2 core pillars of freedom and relationships. And I'm also personally really excited for the new agent websites that are going to be coming out. We got a sneak peek at them today, and I'm really itching to get my hands on it and work with it.
So now, a lot of the agents will say, with the new apps and all of that, what is in it for me? Mm-hmm. Even though you were one of the few to get a sneak peek of the website as well, what is in it for me? Because as an agent, I might already have a website by whoever my website provider is.
Okay, well, out of the gate, it's going to save you money.
Okay, we like that.
Absolutely, who doesn't?
Ding.
You're going to be able to control your branding and your message. You use older websites that KW used to use, like Playster. You're coloring within the lines, and you can only build with the blocks that they've given you. What we're releasing, or KWRI is releasing, is a lot more customization and flexibility so that the agent can represent themselves the way they want to be represented. Right? Each ad you post, it's an extension of you. If you have wacky wavable inflating arm flailing tube men in your posts and your videos, and they call you up and you're like, hi, thank you for calling Ryan Turnbull Real Estate. They didn't connect with that. So you're able to represent yourself the way you want to be represented and build those connections before you even talk to those clients, potential clients.
Yes. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful. And kind of circling back to what we labeled the tech-enabled agent as, I like to think of it more of as like a tech-enhanced, like let's use the technology to enhance our services and what we can provide to the clients themselves, and take back some of that time that perhaps we're giving away to needless things in a sense. What we know right now in the tech world is there's a lot of advancement in AI.
Oh, yes.
Right? And we are at the very infant stages of what AI, yet this is interesting because it's now in the forefront with ChatGPT and some other things. The fact of the matter is AI's been around for a while. We've been using it for a while with like automatic chat, instant chat programs, all sorts of stuff. There's a whole bunch of ways we can go here, but talk to us about how perhaps you see AI enhancing one's business or service.
Yeah, the agents or anybody using AI, regardless of the industry, they got to make sure they don't use something like ChatGPT as a crutch too much. You want it to be something that assists you in your business. I always say Command is an arsenal of tools, like a Batman utility belt. And now we've got AI as an extra little clip in the belt. How do you plug it into your existing systems and help take your systems to the next level with it, right? There's a lot of features, there's a lot of plugins with things like ChatGPT and AI that's going to help the agent streamline what they do and do it faster. What are they going to do at the time they get back because of it?
Right.
So you mentioned don't use it as a crutch or don't be too dependent upon it.
Yes.
Give us some examples where that is being used, because it's funny that you say that. And I'm going to admit here on live air that my daughter was right, because I was using it a lot. And she's like, Daddy, don't become too dependent on it. Go back to writing your own material. Because the last thing I want is for it to be down for a week and you don't know what to do.
Yes, right? Your whole business.
And I was like, be quiet, you're 17. Yeah, you know
Smart
nothing.
17. Well done. Job well done. Well, whenever I onboard a new agent and we set up their agent website and their app, I tell them the next thing you have to do is create an account and test it yourself. You have to know your product well enough that if you're in the car driving and a client calls you, you can navigate them through without even looking at it. As soon as you start to leverage AI, you don't know your own product. You're dependent on it so much so that if it does go away for a week, how are you going to function? How are you going to perform? And there are the risks involved on leaning on any software too much, right? So kind of unilateral that way.
Interesting.
Yeah. Where do you see AI coming into play for your everyday realtor? Is there a window? Is there an opportunity for the everyday realtor to use, or do they need to lean more on the professionals per se to leverage that?
Definitely leverage it.
Yeah.
You need to work on your slides, your presentation, your listing, your buyer's presentations. Any type of marketing material that you want to do. As we were talking a little bit before we sat down, you want to be a little cautious using it in social media ads, because Google and other platforms do have the AI detection, and you got to run whatever you've created through a system to kind of make it look less professional or less perfect, right? But when it comes to slides and your own time hacks, like there's an extension on Google Chrome where you can transcribe any YouTube video. Extremely helpful. Click a button, it gives you word for word everything that was said in that video, and then you can take it back to something like ChatGPT, copy, paste, summarize this for me, and now you have the Coles notes of that 3-hour video in 20 minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And we were talking offline. I personally went through that whole roller coaster. I'm going to use it for everything, and then hang on a second, let's just pull that back a little bit to I've created agent handbooks with it, email campaigns with it. There's some social media stuff.
We've built a course with it.
Building a course out of it.
Yeah.
It's brilliant for giving you some ideas to fine-tune what you want it to do.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. I was working on a 36-touch smart plan, spans the entire year, and I was gassed.
Yeah.
I had put so much into it, and I was down to the last couple emails, and I just couldn't I didn't have anything to put
You're
together.
running on fumes at that point. You're done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, ChatGPT, how do I close off this?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Change a couple words, personalize it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and make it fit the theme and the tone of the rest of the message, and I was done.
Yeah.
So would you compare an agent today with technology as, let's say, Iron Man mixed with Jarvis, and how he becomes this, super human
Yeah.
that is well respected in the adventure world?
You have to be careful, though. But put in the wrong hands, you could have an Ultron.
Oh, there you go. Come on now. We were waiting for it. That was unscripted, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
That was
It was.
beautiful.
Brilliant.
We should stop there.
That was good. That's great.
So, but tell us like you mentioned, there could be downsides to this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think outside of real estate, one of the biggest industries that's at risk is the school system, the education system. How does the teacher know that the students themselves are learning and writing versus just going to ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Parents are going to have to be more involved, all those types of things. But when it comes to real estate, the possibilities are really endless in both directions. You can really use it to help succeed and move forward, and then you can, like we said, you can rely on it too much and just get out of touch with your own business and your database. Right? So there's risk and reward.
Yeah. Okay, so ChatGPT, that's definitely, or AI we'll call it. We're going to see more of it and more and more and more of it. And what we're starting to also see in the tech world, in a sense, is vendors pulling in that system to provide services to the agents or services to clients and what have you. What are some things we should be looking out for? What do you think?
Great question. Couple things. A lot of people are now trying to do more of an online presence. There was a fantastic AI. I can't remember the name of it. I wish I could. But what it does is when your eyes shift to read your script, AI, you're still looking at the camera. I thought that was a really nice one.
Ooh,
Yeah, I've
we need that
seen that.
one.
Yeah, you get the first year realtor who's going through their coaching or in Bold or their productivity coaching, and they say, get online social, and they're nervous. And on their first video, I would like to talk to you guys about, it doesn't flow. You leverage something, you have the confidence knowing that if I look away, the people are still going to see me looking professional.
That
It
is
gives
beautiful.
the new agent the confidence and the momentum to just steamroll ahead.
So let's spend some more time on that, because as someone who is tech enabled and is really looking at new technologies coming in, what are some of the apps that you're using that you would recommend for new agents or even established agents in the industry?
Okay, well, for this, I'll have to put in the post. I'll give you guys the link so people listening can click on it, because I'm going to butcher the names and not get it right.
Okay.
There's one out there that gives you the trends 6 months ahead of time, which is great. So you can go on and see what people are searching for in Google,
Interesting.
trend-wise, which you can align with your social media campaigns to maximize the return of that investment, right? So that's one that I used quite a bit. Copy.ai is another one. It's been out for a little bit longer than ChatGPT, but what I really like about that is it writes script, and you can say, like you were talking about emails, I would need an email in this tone. I need it to be shorter, or I need it to be longer. It's a cold call, things like that. It really breaks down into categories what you can create. So I've got a handful of sites like that I can definitely share with you guys, and we can put into the podcast description so people can click on the links.
That's amazing. I love, what we often find is you get a great idea or you see something and then you post it. But what you haven't asked yourself, or what you haven't asked, is what does the audience want to learn,
Yeah.
right? And we just feel the need to put information out there, but that's not what the audience is seeking. So why not use AI or the thought process of asking the audience what they want to see first?
Yeah.
Right. It's a conversation, right? You just start blabbing information when the person doesn't want to receive that information. You know what I mean?
You're describing my first tech presentation and training session. I have no idea what they want.
Good, because I thought you were going to say your first date or something like that.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely mine. Yeah.
No, there's so many tools out there, and it's not necessarily AI. For Command, everybody uses Command. Everybody's had the struggle of the smaller contact list, and let's say you wanted a printout of all of it. There's an extension. I'll share the link.
Yeah.
You hit a button, and it scans your entire database and gives you a PDF this long of your 1,000 plus contacts. So if you need, for whatever reason, to old school pen and paper it, there's a tool that's going to save you so much time instead of screenshot capture, or any other way that you might approach it. There's quicker ways to do it, and every agent is looking for a quicker way to do things. The trap is spending more time looking for the easy button than it would take to actually do the work. You don't want to get caught there.
So now we know with so much technology and the way things are moving so fast, everyone is looking for a hack and trying to hack certain systems. But there's also a caution around finding that easy button, and sometimes you have to go through the trenches to really learn.
Yes.
And so let's spend some time around that and how you have developed that in your own business.
Well, the easy buttons are there, right? There is no magic easy button that's going to do everything for you. So it's in increments. Am I going to spend an hour doing this, or can I find a quicker way to get that done? How much time is it going to take me to figure out the quicker way, right? If it's going to take you an afternoon, then the juice isn't worth the squeeze, right? It's just the truth, right? So you gotta watch out for those time traps where you think you're working more efficiently, but you're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And it's one of those old stories, like you're losing so slow you think you're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. What are you most excited about with the tech world and how we can leverage tech to really better serve our clients?
Another great question. I want to say I'm looking forward to the brand new agent not looking like a brand new agent.
Oh, I love it. That's,
right?
That's gold.
I want every KW agent to be at the top of their game, represent themselves, and be the professional that they are. Because everybody has different levels of professionalism.
Yes.
And I want the technology to give those agents the confidence to move forward with what they want to do, right? You signed up, you joined KW, you became a realtor for a reason. Don't hesitate, don't hold back. What are the tools that can help propel you forward?
Beautiful. Ryan, this is amazing. We can go on. I know I could with the AI side of things, but how do people get a hold of you?
Techride.kw.com. That's my KW agent site. All kinds of contact information there. I also have an open hour Command Your Business workshop, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard. It's open to all agents, KW or not.
Beautiful. Love it. Well, there you go, my friends. That's our interview with Ryan Turnbull. Of course, that's Sir Colin Campbell. I'm Gary McGowan, and we'll see everybody on the next episode. Goodbye for now.
Bye for now.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to click the subscribe button so new episodes will automatically be downloaded to your device. Please help us reach more people by leaving a rating and a review on your podcast player of choice. Now go make it an amazing day for somebody.